my name is Kennedy Newell, and today I will be presenting on the negative effects of how women are portrayed in the media and advertising. So to start off, I wanted to give you guys a quote about women that has deeply affected me as a person. And it reads, "More women have more money and power and scope and legal recognition than we have ever had before. But in terms of how we feel about ourselves physically, we may actually be worse off than our unliberated grandmothers." And this is by Naomi Wolf in her book, The Beauty Myth. And what this is actually saying is, as women, we have come so far in today's society, but then why do we think all these negative thoughts physically about ourselves? The cosmetic industry is booming, the cosmetic surgery industry is booming, as well as the porn industry and the diet industry. And why is that? Well, in my opinion, it's because the media creates and construes reality in order to gain a profit and sell products. So today I'll be talking about three main ways that advertising construes the thoughts of women. The first is the beauty myth. The second is enforcing women to stay within the domestic realm and the belief of separate spheres. The third is labeling women as sexual objects. So first, I'm going to talk about the beauty myth. And according to Robin Ryle, the beauty myth is the belief in a quality called beauty that is real and universal. Women should want to embody the image of the ideal woman, and men should desire women who embody it. So the woman who does her hair and makeup every day, who tries to act like this ideal woman, is rewarded. And the beauty myth is the last best belief system that keeps male dominance intact, according to Naomi Wolf. So here are some of the negative effects of the beauty myth. Women actually distort their view on realities, similar to a way in which a funhouse mirror contorts certain body parts. So this is saying that instead of advertisements actually reflecting the reality of the world into a real mirror, the advertisements purposely make women feel inadequate in order for them to buy into their products. They are actually carefully constructing a lifestyle in which women want to buy into. For example, in the cosmetic surgery industry, if a woman has bigger breasts, she is considered to have a better lifestyle and things like that. And they think, oh, if I had bigger boobs, then I would actually have more fun. When in reality, that's not the case. You can still have small breasts and have fun in the world. So this is an example of body image distortion syndrome. And another negative effect that women feel because of the beauty myth, women believe what these advertisements tell them. Therefore, they feel inadequate. And this is an example of a quote by Descartes that says, "I think, therefore I am." And then another effect is women feel inferior to their male counterparts since they are solely judged on their physical appearance rather their emotions and their mind as a whole. So here is a good example of a beauty myth. The woman on the left is less curvaceous, and she doesn't look as confident as the woman on the right. So therefore, she is inferior. According to Nikon, is comparable to 2 million pixels on a camera. And then the woman on the right is curvaceous with bigger breasts. She looks more dominant and more confident. So according to Nikon, she has 3 million pixels. So in a way, these women are being solely judged on their physical appearance rather than what they are actually feeling and thinking. Another way in which advertisements force women to feel negatively about themselves is the belief in separate spheres, which is an ideology that refers to men branching out to join the workforce and be the breadwinner of the family, while women are confined to the domestic duties of taking care of the household, doing the laundry, and taking care of children. And this is done because advertisements with men are depicted as having, the men have many roles, and they are depicted buying bigger purchases such as houses, cars, and things like that. While in most advertisements with women, they sell hygiene products, cosmetics, and cleaning supplies, which is much inferior compared to houses and cars. So here are some negative effects to confining women to the domestic realm within advertisements. It's basically saying like an independent, free-thinking woman threatens social stability, and if they don't stay within their separate spheres, then it will ruin the social stability as a whole, which in fact that's not true. Many women have careers also while taking care of their children. In fact, 80% of single parents are single mothers who are women. So even though women actually take on many social roles, it is still the responsibility of a woman to take care of the household. So they are judged mainly on how they take care of their home, how they take care of their children, and so forth. So here's an example. It's a little outdated example, but it's a little bit outdated, but I think it has like the most impact, especially the one on the left, where it's a tie advertisement, and it basically says it's a man's world just because he's wearing a fancy tie, and then the woman is completely inferior to the man. So the third way is treating women as sexual objects. According to Robin Ryle, popular culture focuses on adolescent boys' obsession with sex, so they only treat women to objectify them. Naomi Wolf argues that there is hostility towards women within American culture due to their elevated position within society. So men somehow have to find a way to keep women at an inferior way, just so their masculinity is not compromised. So here are some negative effects. It demonstrates that women are inferior to men. It lowers women's self-esteem and is related to eating disorders, depression, and negative feelings regarding sexuality. And the one that kind of shocks me the most and really is emotional to me, it ultimately justifies violence against women and really helps fuel rape culture, which I think is awful. And then here are some examples in which women are being treated as sexual objects within advertisement. The first example is from American Apparel, the second from Tom Ford, and then the third from Bedhead. And then they're calling her basically a dumb blonde if they buy this product. So the solution, we are already starting to see a movement called femvertising, and some examples of this is Aerie, where they make a promise to not retouch any girls, and instead of photoshopping, they actually show the real women and how their bodies truly are. And Dove has done something similar. Glamour has promised to put more plus-size models within their campaigns, and 17 has also recently promised to not retouch and not Photoshop women. And here are my sources. And thank you for watching.